watching my ex thrive, it's a beautiful thing, but it's really triggering for me because I walked away with literally having to start over after 12 years of starting over, of wondering if I'm gonna be able to keep a roof over my head with my boys and not being able to just go out and play in our backyard like we used to, and wondering if I'm going to be able to feed them.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Cafe Belmont. My name is James Belmont. Thank you for joining me. I noticed that the divorce rates are skyrocketing and women are leaving their marriages for happiness. Or at least that's what they say on camera. I'm not going to lie, this got me curious. I wanted to find out what are the contributing factors, what are their friend groups like, the thinking behind making this decision as well. Hopefully, if you're considering doing something like this, you would reconsider before you lose your beautiful family. Lately, I feel as if the original intention of marriage has changed tremendously due to the times. I think a marriage is a commitment you make to your significant other, a promise that you will keep regardless of difficulties that may occur in the marriage. It is duty, not luxury.
I'm not leaving, ever, no matter what. It's like, okay, well, that definitely puts a boundary around our arguments, right? Because I can't say every time you manifest one of your flaws, which you're likely to do just as often as me, well, enough of this. It's like, that's horrible, man. If your whole life is...
Your duties may vary depending on your household needs. This goes for the man or the woman. Today, people are getting married just for the optics, just to say that they are married. It looks good and it feels good. That being said, it is important to note that men that are married tend to lose the most. It is absolutely terrifying for a man that sacrificed 10 years of his life in order to earn his place in society, while for a woman to come along, claims that she loves him, and take half of the reward from his sacrifice.
Like, I do divorces for people that, you know, a woman walks out with $200-300 million. He was an analyst at Goldman Sachs who built a hedge fund and then sold it, and then used his trading algorithm to build it up to $500 million. She was hot and slept with him for a while, and then stopped and started sleeping with other people and playing tennis and having Botox, and she's going to get half. Like, that's fucking incredible. Like, do you know what he had to do to get that?
Absolutely heartbreaking to see, and every time I hear a divorcee regret her decision to part ways with her family, it spawns more questions, like what are the people who surround her think like? And what does social media tell her she should be? The snake oil salesman, he's a sly one. He tries to sell you dreams that tend to be unattainable. Trips to Paris, an elixir to keep you young and beautiful. He preys on your desires, he's attentive to everything that you say, and offers a solution that will be beneficial towards him, but gives the illusion that it will benefit you and uplift your life. He plays to your weaknesses and finds things that will oppose his plan to benefit from your downfall, and tries to crush them. He infiltrates your friend groups, sows seeds of lies and deceit in order to make it easier to sell you his charlatan beliefs.
You need to cleave away from your husband, cleave away from your children. You're not just the grandma, you're not just the wife. You may have a marriage that's good, but you're still unhappy and you're still miserable. So let's think about that. Let's find a way to do it so that we can live every day and enjoy it, and enjoy our marriages if we have good ones, and be separate people from our husbands and from our children. There's so much more out there for us.
Not everyone in your life is there for your best interests. Some people are opportunistic and are willing to see you fall, sometimes even celebrating it. You need to be careful and selective of who you choose to be your friend. Some people are the exact same as the snake oil salesman I described previously. If a lot of your friends party and drink excessively, sleep with random people, and you are the wholesome friend in the dynamic, trust and believe that they want what you have, or they want you to be more like them so they feel better about themselves and where they stand in their lives. An example related to this topic would be venting things about your family that make you unhappy. Oftentimes, they don't offer counter arguments to provide a logical explanation as to why things are the way they are. They will support your bad outlook on the situation and even propose actions that will make it deteriorate faster. The charlatan that is supposed to be your friend tells you that your family is holding you back and you deserve to be happy all the time. In addition, that your husband isn't doing enough and should be doing more to make you happy. Unfortunately, your deceiver has an excellent disguise with the word friend. It is harmless, and you wouldn't think that your confidant would betray you like this. But they will, especially if they're jealous of your position. Next, we're going to talk about what actually happens after they leave and the realization of their circumstances. Divorced. Free at last from the dungeon that she described, she starts to date again and feel that addicting bite of attention and relevance. Being desired and wanted like she was in her youth, that feeling returns.
But today I woke up, and you know what? I felt free. I felt so excited for the first time in years. Just like a weight had been lifted off me. And, I feel amazing. I'm so excited. My place is a mess. I haven't unpacked everything because, of course, you can't. And it's so small. There's nowhere. Like, I have to organize like crazy. But I feel really grateful. So it's been a couple of weeks. I've been moving, and now I'm finally all settled in to my new apartment. I'll do a little tour tomorrow, but it's just a short hello. And my very handsome boyfriend is making me dinner.
That usually occurs around the 3-month mark after she gets in a relationship with a man that is not going to take her seriously. Funny enough, that's probably how her marriage started in the first place. The endorphins from her honeymoon stage starts to fade away, and she begins to look for something more serious. There is a problem, however. Her newfound sweetheart is not committing to her. The reason why he's not going to take her seriously is because she's a divorcee. Not to mention, if she told him the reason why she left was because she wasn't happy, he will be on high alert. In his head, he's probably thinking, if you're willing to give up your family for momentary euphoria, a family that you've built for 15 years because you were unhappy one day, what are you going to do to me? Then there are the vipers that are whispering sweet lies in your ears to make you feel reinforced in your mistake. If he finds out about them, it wouldn't even be a possibility being in a marriage with you, because you still value the opinions of charlatans over his own. It is strange, you're blind, but you're not blind, if that makes any sense. After a year, you were able to see again. You realize that you made a mistake, but at this point, it is too late. You begin to see the person that loved you, a family that adored and worshipped you, the one that you abandoned. And something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy takes hold: loneliness and regret.
I don't know what to do. I don't know why I feel like this. I miss my family. I miss being a family.
You've made a huge mistake, a lapse in judgment. You allowed your friends to convince you that you deserve more. Your family was reduced to an anchor that was holding you back. But I have a question for you. What happened to the salesman that sold you this dream? Well, they get married and start to have a family of their own. Your children start to have families of their own. Your husband finds a new significant other that appreciates him for what he provides for his family. They become less and less available to talk and keep you company, and you go to bed to a soulless pillow and not a warm body. All of this to say, there are people in your life that want what you have, people that will smile in your face and call you friend, and if you were falling off a bridge, they wouldn't send a helping hand. There are also people who want you to stay on the same level, a level that they're comfortable with, and actively sabotage you to keep you there. Be careful of who you choose to listen to, whether it be social media or the salesman trying to sell you something that is not realistic. You've built something wonderful, and it took time and effort to get there. Do not destroy it with selfishness. This has been Cafe Belmont. My name is James Belmont. Thank you for joining me. Before I go, Tell somebody in your life that you love them, and I will see you soon. Take care.